Hi, this is MaRu. In this episode, I'll show you how to create this split flap text effect. This effect emulates the mechanical dashboards that were used once for arrivals and departures at airports. I got inspiration for this idea from a video posted by a fellow LumaFusion Tutorials creator that goes by the name of MaRu Channel. The animation for the split flaps is a variation of a method created by my friend and fellow LumaFusion Tutorials creator, Peppy Techie. Link to both channels will be in the description of this video. Pay them a visit for some awesome LumaFusion tutorials. Let's start by creating the animation for a single iteration through the letters of the alphabet. Create a new LumaFusion project with a 120 frame rate. This project will contain an animation that later on will be slowed down. Setting the frame rate of the project to 120 will ensure a smooth animation when the speed is reduced. Let's start by creating a fault line. This is an horizontal line that divides the screen in two equal halves. The fault line is created by cropping a title displaying a red rectangle so it shows only a slim line in the middle. Next, add a plain white title to the main track, right after the fault line. Change the duration of the title to 20 frames. Place the fault line in the fifth track, above the title that you just created. Edit the title. Change the text to capital X. This effect works better with a monospace font like Current New Bold, where all the letters have the same width. Set the font size to 146. Leave the white face color and ensure that there are no shadows or edges set. In order to center the text, adjust the value of center Y so the letter X intersects with the red fault line. Change the text to capital A. Exit back to the timeline. Clone the title. Next, edit and crop the bottom title so it shows the bottom half of the text. Similarly, edit and crop the top title so it shows the top half of the text. The top cropping value should be identical to the bottom cropping value that was set in the previous title. At this point, the result looks like an untouched letter A. Multi-select both titles, then copy and paste as shown. These four titles will display the full animation for the letter A. At 40 frames in a 120 frame rate project, this means that each letter will be on screen for a third of a second. Let's start the unfolding animation, which is done using the first two titles. Edit the left top title. Expand the cropping section. Add a keyframe at the 10 frames mark. Go to the beginning of the clip. Increase the bottom cropping value until it meets with the top. A keyframe will be automatically created. This is how the animation looks so far. Exit back to the timeline. Edit the left bottom title and expand the size and position section. Go to the end of the clip and add a keyframe. Go to the 10 frames mark, reduce size Y to 0.1. A keyframe will be automatically created. Now let's add some shadow. Tap on the Colors and Effects tab and add the original preset. Go to the end of the clip and add a keyframe. Go to the 10 frames mark. Reduce brightness as shown. And decrease the levels. A keyframe will be automatically created. This is how the animation looks so far. Exit back to the timeline. Now let's create the folding animation, which is done using the second set of titles. Edit the right top title and expand the size and position section. Go to the beginning of the clip and add a keyframe. Go to the 10 frames mark, reduce size Y to 0.1. A keyframe will be automatically created. Now for the shadow, tap on the Colors and Effects tab and add the original preset. Go to the beginning of the clip and add a keyframe. Go to the 10 frames mark. Reduce brightness as shown. And decrease the levels. A keyframe will be automatically created. This is how the animation looks so far. Exit back to the timeline. Now edit the right bottom title. Expand the cropping section. Add a keyframe at the 10 frames mark. Go to the end of the clip. Increase the top cropping value until it meets with the bottom. A keyframe will be automatically created. This is how the animation looks so far. Exit back to the timeline. To complete the effect, change the color of the fold line from red to black. This is how the full animation for the letter A looks. Make one copy of the 4 titles that comprise the animation of the letter A for each letter in the alphabet. Place the letters so each letter overlaps with the previous and next letter as shown. Alternate colors so it's easy to identify each letter. The animation will run through the letters of the alphabet in 4.5 seconds. Now that you have a full set of letters, copy and paste it twice, so the alphabet runs a total of 3 times. Increase the duration of the title containing the fault line so it covers the 3 iterations of the alphabet. This is how it looks now. Export the project. Keep this export as an asset so you can create different titles. There is a link in the description of the video so you can download the LumaFusion project with this animation. Now let's build the animated title where the 4 letters word work transforms into the 4 letters word play. This is what you will be building in this step. To save some time, I prepared a new project already containing the following: 4 stacked letters with position X set to form the word work. All the letters have a 3 seconds duration. 4 copies of the video of the alphabet animation that was just exported. 4 stacked letters with the position X set to form the word play. And a copy of the fault line. Copy the position of each letter on the stack forming the word work to an alphabet animation. The position of the letter W to the first alphabet animation, the position of the letter O to the second animation, and so on. Edit each of the alphabet animations and do the following. Change the speed to a quarter. Change the blend mode to screen. Scrub through the first alphabet animation until you find the first frame where you can see the entirety of the letter W. The frame number should be either 0, 10, or 20. This is because, as mentioned earlier in this video, each letter runs for 1/3 of a second. Make a cut. Delete the clip to the left of the cut. Keep scrubbing until you see the entirety of the next letter P. As before, the frame number should be either 0, 10, or 20. Make a cut. Delete the clip to the right of the cut. At this point, you have an animation that goes from the first letter of the word work, which is W, to the first letter of the word play, which is P. Now, do the same to the second alphabet animation, so it goes from the second letter of the word work, which is O, to the second letter of the word play, which is L. Make sure that after the cuts, each animation is longer than the previous one. If it's not, allow the letters to loop one more time. Also make sure that each animation contains at least 10 letters. And as before, allow for an additional loop if that's not the case. Repeat the same process for the third and fourth alphabet animations. Move the timeline to the end of the first alphabet animation. Scrubbing back on what remains of the first alphabet animation, make cuts for the last 4 letters in the animation, O, N, M, and L. As before, make the cuts where the frame number is either 0, 10, or 20. Now, in the same way, make cuts for the 4 letters of the other 3 alphabet animations. Now go back to the beginning of the clips that now comprise the first alphabet animation. Revert the speed of the first clip to 1x. This clip contains the animation from letters W to K. Set the speed of the clip that begins with the letter L to 80%. Change M to 60% speed. N to 40% speed. And leave O untouched at ⅓x. Take the stacked letter P and place it after the last clip of the first alphabet animation. This is how it looks so far. Before continuing, disable the link option for tracks 2, 3, 4, and 5. Go to the beginning of the timeline where the stacked letters form the word work. We need the animation for each letter to start a bit after the beginning of the previous one. To do so, change the duration of the title containing the letter O to 3 seconds and 10 frames. Change the duration of R to 3 seconds and 20 frames. And change the duration of K to 4 seconds. Now adjust the speed of the cuts in the second animation in the same manner as you did with the first one. Then add the corresponding stacked letter, L, at the end. Once done, move all the clips that are part of the second animation to the second track right after the letter O as shown. This is how it looks now. Repeat the same process for the third and fourth alphabet animations. Adjust the duration of the letters at the end so they all end at the same time. Move the fold line to the fifth track and adjust its duration so it covers the whole video. Enable back the link option for tracks 2, 3, 4, and 5. This is how it looks now. export the project. You can include this animation in your projects using the Screen Blend mode or Luma Key. This is how it looks with added sound effects and background. So this is it for this episode. If you like this video, please consider subscribing to this channel, give it a like, and click on the bell so you're notified when I post new videos. Thank you for watching, stay safe, and I'll see you on the next one.